Alright, so this is a game that has been sitting in my queue for a long time. I got it. I don't know if it was a winter sale last year or this summer sale. It was a game I was really excited when it was in development, reading all the Game Informer interviews and the like. But then, as it got closer, it just started sounding worse and worse and worse. This one gives me stealth and pistols and martial arts. This is what I really want to play. I played a couple minutes with the other one. We'll go with this guy. I like stealth. What does this give me? Alright. We'll commit that. Yes.
Air traffic control, this is Alpha 254, requesting clearance for departure. Roger that. Are clear. Proceed to runway 5.
Coffee, mocha Kahlua, peppermint schnapps. It's delicious. I'm sort of 50-50 on BioWare games. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really bad. The last game I played that was pure BioWare. Ah, maybe the Neverwinter Nights? I get BioWare. I'm sorry, Obsidian and BioWare screwed up sometimes. So I don't always know. I know Jade Empire was all BioWare, and that had its moments. But this is a stealth espionage RPG. That could be good. We shall see. I'll play for about an hour or so. I'm a bit tired tonight, so we'll see if I can even make the whole hour. I love coffee. I love coffee at night.
If anyone is to blame for these events, Mr. Thornton, it is you. Alpha Protocol began here, after all.
That's me.
I feel like I've been hit by a freight train.
Alright, I want to actually grab. It's hard to read the QR code before. Maybe I could do it with Google goggles. My other QR code reader didn't work. No, we'll do it this way. Camera. Give me 1 second. Focus. Crop. Let's see what that reads. Snap. Can you read that? Handbags, clothing. No objects recognized. Now the camera cannot just cannot read this. I know it's buzzing. I'm sure it just says Thornton on there. But you could do it. Zoom right in on that. Ready. No, there's no way it's gonna read that. Nope. I did brought up similar images. Oh well. Worth a shot. Can I read that QR code?
Good. You're awake. I wasn't sure how long you'd be under. Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Where am I?
You're locked in our medical bay. And when the guards find out you've regained consciousness, they'll put you under again.
Don't want that. Any reason why you're helping me?
Mina. Let's just say I'm not a fan of the indoctrination procedure here.
All the more reason to leave then.
And how do you propose
PDAs
to do
anymore.
that?
Just out of
You're
curiosity.
locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you. And when he does...
I'll think of something. Let me check the room. There's got to be another way out.
All right, then. Don't take too long. The door's locked down, but you might be able to find a way to break the glass.
In case of emergency.
That did it.
Guess Sleeping Beauty's had enough. That you, Mike? You just hold on. I'm sending some guards to tuck you back in.
Oh, it's much easier that way.
You need to shut off the alarm. The panel's on the wall. Do a bypass.
Yep, I know how to do this now. I will tell you, I hate minigames. I really do.
On it. Mike, careful. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
It's on.
Focus, focus, focus. Throat punch. Take his clothes, take his armor, take it all. Ow.
Watch out for cameras. If they spot you or you destroy them, they'll sound an alarm.
How did he wake up so fast? He just got here.
Who cares? We'll just put him under again.
I think the voices sound like the guy who does Nathan Drake. What's his name? Other guy. There he is.
Intriguing.
One of use this ammo. I just said I went through the first couple minutes or so. There it is. Camera feels is way too zoomed in. Healed up, ready to go. Hospital doesn't do anything yet.
Almost gave me the slip. Now we got you.
Any sign of our new arrival?
No sign of him yet.
Careful, Mike. Truck coming in. And guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if you can.
How do I use the skill? How do I use my skill? Q. Oh, that's nice.
Over there! Stop the truck! I see it!
Done it now, Mike. Too bad for you.
Mike, get out of there.
That didn't work out very well. Let's try that again. God damn it.
Done it now, Mike. Too bad for you.
Mike, get out of there.
Damn it. Got one more back there. Come on. Hit him. It's beneath me, I think. Oh, that's some quality AI right there. Second stairs. No, I don't want to go that way. No, I just want to lean B. There we go. One, two, three, four. This one I don't like at all. Where's my four? Which ones aren't moving? There it is. Come on, up.
End of the line, Mike. Give it up.
It's good to hear. Oops. Damn it. Wow.
Stay where you are. Don't.
If only you'd show up on my viewer list, I'd be right up there.
All right, Mike, that's enough.
Is it really? This is
That's enough?
my first
I think that's my line.
look at it.
What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this facility confidential, especially if you got kidnapped and questioned.
I don't give up government secrets.
I believe you.
It got such a
Everyone says
panning
that
in the
during first
once it came
hour
out.
of interrogation.
So this is all part of the orientation?
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
I'm ready. What tests?
Not a physical, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I figured
I was thinking
that
it earlier,
all
but
done while
I'm
I was
about
unconscious.
50-50 on
And then
Obsidian
some.
games.
We ran your blood work, checked your vitals. You seem healthy. Just one thing we should check. Your psych profile. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. Your file's got a lot of gaps in it. A lot more than I usually see in field agents. Those gaps were hard to fill.
I thought those records were buried.
We're pretty good at digging.
The ops needed to be done. Whatever they were.
Looks like they were sad to see you go, and probably happy at the same time. But you wouldn't be a good field agent if your boots didn't get dirty. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm gonna let you out of the pen here and meet the rest of the crew.
I'd prefer an assignment, not a meet and greet.
How about you earn it first? And that means following orders, got it? The rest of the crew will take it from here. They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics.
Right now I'm
You're
running
good on the
CenturyLink.
basics. Come find me for your
It's
assignment.
DSL, but they just
I won't lie to
upgraded
you,
it
Mike.
to
It's a big one,
the
and
VDSL, which
dangerous.
gives me
But I think you're the man
20
for the
down and
job.
5 up, which is really
Make
nice.
the rounds. I'll see you soon.
Before I was running with 850k up, so I was barely able to do 720p. It was artifacted to hell. No, they do not. Although it's over the phone line, so you think they would. I don't know who does dial-up anymore. That sounds more useful. Five, 4.
Big ass screen.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even know where to look for dial-up.
No weapons past this point.
Asshole Parker's gonna be checking the systems again.
You don't have clearance to come in here.
I would be if I had more freckles. Unfortunately, I do not. My wife stole them all from me.
You probably want to change. Go on. Your gear's in the lockers.
I got a full beard. Meh. More beards. My beard is not there yet. Wow, you're the 4th person ever burnt. Pretty awesome. I think we'll go with that one. We done? Exit.
Orientation's not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now. Although that might make him upset.
Our war does not end here. This target is
You
not
might
the
want
last.
to take it a little easier when you
With
escape
our
next
will
time.
and our resolve, Al-Samad shall continue these attacks. Fight the aggression of the West with its own weapons. Yes, for weapons have been delivered to us. Weapons that will make a graveyard in the skies of our enemy.
Do you have a big house? Or are we talking like 400 square feet here? One is more impressive than the other. Do you teach your house a lesson? Your house is smaller than most people's beds. It's very impressive. Where do you go to the bathroom? But at 10 square feet, that must be where you sleep, too. Sounds very uncomfortable. Clammy. Cold and clammy all the time. Unless you're continually peeing, that'd be nice and warm. Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. As long as you got the system figured out, I really can't complain.
enemies. We have the ability to strike far and to strike swiftly. There are no limits to our reach, no limits to the justice we bring in the name of...
This is a restricted area. The vending machines are down the hall and to the right.
I'm here for espionage training.
Westridge's new recruit. Good. There's no time to waste. So, orientation. You are familiar with the premise of an obstacle course, I assume?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I don't need to explain. Up the ladder is the training area. The first test is navigating through the environment without being detected. Following that, you'll be facing live challenges against the agents here.
Anything else I should know about running this course?
Yes. I suggest you do it quickly. And talking gives your position away.
What's the deal with the security panel?
It secures the entrance. If you're as capable as Westridge says, then you should have no trouble hacking it and gaining access to the course.
I can answer that with a
Clock's
question
ticking.
as well.
Great.
Do you believe rights should be equal before the law or equal because of the law?
Course begins now. Hack the door in front of you to gain access to the course. Always check your surroundings for cameras. We can't have you appearing on the nightly news. Mind the gap. The key to stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera movements, then exploit their blind spots.
Yep, I failed this one.
Taking in the view. Yeah, well, I doubt the view is what's making you hesitate. I've unlocked the security door. Come back to the control room for your evaluation.
Well, that was seen, so I couldn't have done too well.
Your score is based on several factors. Sorting the numbers now. Very good. Above average performance for a trainee.
I wish I could zoom the camera out of it.
You want to run it again?
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the results. Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the other tests.
Anything else you could share that might help me out? I feel like I've already got the basics down.
Was there anything else?
What do you actually do here?
My primary role is intelligence analysis, but at times I serve as a handler during sensitive missions.
So you've been on a lot of Alpha Protocol ops.
Key ones, yes. I was involved in the events leading up to your assignment, in fact.
How?
I took on the role of a contractor, an accountant. Money is one of the easiest ways to track events. It often leaves the best fingerprints.
How are you doing
you're a
today, my
spy.
Slapsy?
I'm an observer. I rarely take action. But the smallest event, if analyzed incorrectly or acted on improperly, could have great repercussions. And that's where I come in, to interpret events.
Like butterfly wings sparking a tornado? That kind of thing?
Spare me the butterfly cliche. Guerrilla actions, nuclear tests, exposing a corrupt politician, a rise in grain prices, and... yes, the downing of an airliner in the Middle East. All of these things have the potential to create larger catastrophes.
Okay.
Controlling the repercussions of these events.
Have you
giving
downloaded
agents
any of the DLC for
information
that?
they need to put fires out before they rage out of control. That is my job.
So when I'm in the field, my orders come from you, or another analyst. My job is, what, to listen?
Yes, it's a numbers game. But decisions must be made quickly. If the decisions are solely reactive or passive, well, then you operate at a disadvantage.
So sometimes you create events.
For political equilibrium, yes, at times. At other times, to give America an economic advantage.
I thought we were mostly mission-driven.
We are. But even you will see the effect that even seemingly minor interactions have on the structure of a mission. Carry the logic one step up, and it shouldn't be hard for you to grasp.
You like working here?
My responsibilities don't account for that, nor should they.
You know, I actually thought you were the janitor when I arrived.
That would either be an insult or an excellent deduction. I'm guessing the former.
I was actually just trying to make conversation. But why would that be an excellent deduction?
Because, Agent, Alpha Protocol can only maintain plausible deniability as long as no one knows we exist. That means continually cleaning and scouring data, masking our communication lines, and protecting our global positioning.
I understand. That must be a full-time task, and an important one.
Agreed. Even Westridge would say I hold the most important post in the facility. So in short, yes, I clean up after others, and if necessary, I'm the one tasked with shutting this program down.
Shutting it down?
Turning off the lights, putting up the chairs, locking the door.
What does that mean exactly?
This place cannot be found. If Alpha Protocol is compromised, any evidence of the program must be deleted.
But what happens to the... I mean, is there an escape route, or what happens?
What do you mean, Agent? Be specific. I dislike dancing around an issue if one exists.
What happens to the program? Seems like a waste of resources.
You are correct. If ended, it starts again under a different name, with a new agenda.
You sound like you've done this before.
If I have, it's classified. Or perhaps I'm joking. Are we done here, Agent? I think I've answered all your questions.
Some of them, yeah. The others can wait.
Kind of snooty for an agent.
Hello? Anybody shooting in here?
Agent Thornton. Hello.
Hey. Hey, you're the one I spoke to when I woke up in the medical bay. Glad that wasn't a hallucination.
It may have been. Do you remember my name? Or do I need to write it down for you?
Mina, right?
That's right. Good to see you've recovered from the medical room with your memory intact.
Memory intact? Speaking of which, I don't remember where I left my keys. Or my passport.
Confiscating personal items is quite routine. I wouldn't worry about that. But let's get down to the task at hand. I'm here to run you through the weapons training and test your accuracy.
Alright, what's the next step?
Just head through the door to the firing range, and I'll keep in contact with you over the earpiece. Head over to the table, get your weapons, and we can begin. The standard field agent package includes a pistol, SMG, shotgun, and assault rifle. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with the pistol.
Where are my pistols? Yeah.
Equip the pistol, then aim down range and take some shots at the target.
So slow.
Good aim. Now, steady your aim for a few seconds. Then fire. Precision shots can take down a target quickly. Now, let's move on to the submachine gun. Now let's empty the clip. Let you get a feel for the recoil. Now take cover. Still using cover, take some shots at the target. Accuracy's terrible while firing blind, but it can get the job done, eventually. Now try popping out and focusing your aim. You can use cover to your advantage here. I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right. Let's see how you do against some moving targets. Now, with the pistol, you'll want to be patient and attack when targets get close. Good. Now for the shotgun. Holding the trigger steady and firing can knock down even heavily armored targets. Good. Next. Now for your submachine guns. If you're trapped in close quarters with multiple opponents, the SMGs can help clear the room quickly. Not subtle or quiet, but... And that's enough. For long-range encounters, the assault rifle's the key. It's accurate, powerful. Just be sure to line up your shots carefully. Watch for attackers from above. They may be out of reach, but not rifle range. That's it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done.
Good, Mike. I'm logging the results now.
All right. Is somebody out on the course?
Darcy. He's trying to beat your time.
Darcy? Who the hell is that?
Our tech instructor. Very insecure.
Well, how's he doing?
Not well. He's distracted.
Why?
As soon as he knew you were talking to me, Mike, he was in here in a second. In case he saw you as a challenge for my affections. It's like a cage match with you boys.
Am I? A challenge, I mean.
If you have to ask, Thornton, then there's your answer. All right, let's see here. It'll do. Satisfactory enough for Westridge, I think. You can give it another run if you want. The course should be free.
I'll pass.
Very well. I'll log your score. I'll have the results sent to your handler, and Westridge can give the rest of your evaluation, provided you've completed the other tests.
It's interesting so far. It definitely has an Obsidian feel to it. The camera zoomed in a little close for my liking, though.
Mikey, be with you in a moment. I'm just setting some things up here. I'm Sean Darcy. I'm going to be running you through tech orientation.
Good to meet you, Agent. What do you need me to do?
We'll be firing up the exercise in a second. For now, just stand there and be quiet, Mikey. Shouldn't be much longer. And here we go. Green light. I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
This isn't the only orientation I have to take, Agent. I arrived as quickly as I could.
His eyes are very yellow.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, you do. I'm mostly here as an observer. I'll be doing your evaluation,
Squinty
too.
face.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
All right, then.
You can pick up an Xbox controller. I think this would be better
Use them all. Just come back and grab some more.
for the keyboard and mouse.
All right, everyone's favorite, grenades. Let's see that arm of yours. Go on, start checking them. They're concussion rounds, so don't be skittish. They sting, not kill.
I like for a grenade. Gee, there we go.
Alright, now how about something more challenging? Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall. Lob it behind the target and use the wall for a hook shot. Now, try and get one through the window.
There we go.
Now for some fireworks. Try and chuck one beneath the truck and take out the gas tank. Never get tired of that one. Now, see that electronic lock there? Use your EMP grenade to shut it down.
I
Save you
don't
time
see
in the
it.
field.
Oh, there it is.
It's shut down. No more lock. Alright, see that locker there?
Well, let me guess. You want me to place one on the door?
Whoops.
Nice, and just in time.
Hey, Darcy, open up.
Guess some of the other guards will be pulling double shifts for a while. You know those guards you beat up when you got out of medical? Yeah, well, they're gonna be joining us in a second. You've got a head start, so if I were you, I'd set an amp push or just start running. Me, I'd use the mines. That's what they're for.
Hey, Thornton. It's up to you.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah, the doc's gonna be pissed. All right, all done. Head on up, Mike. I'll give you a breakdown on your performance.
It has a lot of these mini games, which I am not entirely fond of.
So, Mikey, you did all right on the basic run. You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
Maybe some other time, Darcy. I just want to get out of here and get my assignment.
You're lost then. I thought you might be scared. I mean, I don't really blame you. It's a big world out there, full of risks.
I'm reporting to Westridge, Darcy, and I don't want to keep him waiting. There's nothing more to learn here, and I don't have time for games.
Knock yourself out then, Boy Scout. But it's not gonna matter. Once you drop the ball, they'll call me in to get the job done.
We'll see. More likely, you'll be pushing the broom. Enjoy the rest of your custodial work today, and hope you enjoy cleaning up your training range.
All right then. If you change your mind, the range is good to go. Whenever you feel up to it, that is.
I think that's everything. No. Is it here? Yes. Dang. Nope. There we go. You in here? Nope.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
I gave it my best, and so did they.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report says you might need more practice on the gun range, but you're probably still shaking off the drugs we gave you.
I'm still brushing up on my skills. Mina's a good teacher. I just need to be a better student.
She is a good teacher. She has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your thoughts. And here's a surprise. A positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual. But he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise. Assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
I want to serve my country.
And you think by being assigned here is the best way to do that?
Give me a mission and I'll prove it.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
My opinion isn't important. Yours is.
Not out in the field, and not when you're dealing directly with others. Then your opinion is all that counts. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something wrong with how I deal with people?
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
And if I want to impress them?
You don't always want to or need to. Having a good or bad rep with someone can actually gain you different benefits. Sometimes you want to piss someone off so they can't think straight. Other times you want to build a strong rapport with someone and talk your way out of a bad situation. All depends on your objective. This goes for your handlers as well. We're going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset.
Snake.
How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want? And if I compromise an asset in the field by choosing the wrong path?
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation. Although that can be a plus.
if I need a breather to assess the situation, right?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, if you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
And if they're a target, why talk to them at all?
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way. Assuming there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
So how do I know how someone wants to be treated? At least enough to cooperate.
If that's what you want to do, pay attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people will have advice, and intel can help. But there's another way. Read much?
Yes, usually before I'm ordered to destroy the document.
There's a host of information out there through dossiers, email, and other documents that represent total research others have collected on a target, organization, or operation.
And what does that get me, exactly?
Sometimes you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit, and like it when you get to the point. But dossiers just don't contain psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
Makes sense to me. I'd rather get a firefight over with as quickly as possible.
Amen to that. Our records are complete, so use them when you have downtime.
You have dossiers on everyone here?
Yep, if you can dig them up. You might learn a few things. Sometimes reading a dossier will give you more options when dealing with others. A few facts to bring up, to shake secrets loose.
What about you?
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike. And what pisses me off.
How do I know when I have the go-ahead to start accessing files?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one.
His head
Al
seems
Samad.
too big for his body.
That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone that can unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation and know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
We'll see. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good, because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again. Recognize him?
Ooh, texture popping.
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbeck technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
Specs and shadiness of this whole thing aside, how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
Understood, but if the opportunity presents itself, should I take him alive?
If you can. Either way, we want him out of the picture, and away from any more taped broadcasts.
If I can bring him back here, I will.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
All that personality.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia?
He's a bad guy.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
I made it to Saudi Arabia, sir. I'm at the safe house.
I guessed that much. See any shadowy agents in trench coats at the airport?
No, sir, I don't think so.
That was a joke, Mike. But stay on your toes anyway. Finding Shaheed is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location. But we have 3 leads. An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shaheed, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia. If you can intercept him, maybe he can tell you where Shaheed is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything else on Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier. If you can manage to make any contacts and find out more, we'd welcome it. We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shaheed used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flights Shaheed is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
And the third lead?
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons. We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
Why are we playing around? Why not send in the troops and storm the place?
We need to make sure the missiles aren't armed. If they are, our aerial assault will be one of the shortest flights in history. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area, and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support and hit the camp hard.
No pressure.
And no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
Full security system?
A computer with a hub connection so fast you'll feel like you're going back in time.
What, to the Stone Age? Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area. That'll be done on your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly.
I hate
There's
motion
also
blur.
a weapons locker in the main living area. Open it up. Help yourself. But use the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it?
He is like the
Western.
most insecure
Home
agent
sweet
ever.
home.
Snazzy. How many armors do I? Any upgrades do I? Nope. Oh, there we go. A pistol and a rifle. Sounds good to me. Don't really have a choice, do I? Nope. No, a working mirror. How quaint. Remember when Duke Nukem had the first mirrors and they actually worked, kinda, sorta. Alright, this puts us at over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off here, and we will continue on tomorrow night. The game has potential. It's a lot, so far it's better than I thought it would have been. But the reviews really did pan it, so I'm going to give it my full attention before I make my decision. I'll catch you guys later. We'll continue on with our first mission tomorrow night. Adios.